Baseball Card Market Report for March 10th through the 16th, 2022, and the Investment Corner. Even as the lockout drags on, and on and on and on, it's sometimes helpful to remember that there will be baseball on the other side. Someday. So I thought it might be fun and helpful to spend our fake money in the Investment Corner here in March of 2022 on cards of some of the players who helped bring sunshine back to the game after previous work stoppages. Player strikes in those cases. These guys are always fun to remember and collect, and their cards might just get a bump in price once the game comes back and other folks start talking about how they saved the game once upon a time. As usual, we'll full spend about $1,000 on cards that have actually sold on eBay over the last month or so. Here's our lineup of cardboard saviors. 1982 Donruss Cal Ripken Jr. Rookie Card, number 405, PSA 9, $81. One of the sources of angst during the 1994-95 strike was whether or not owners would bring in scrub players to finally get things rolling. And if they did, would Ripken miss out on breaking Lou Gehrig's record for consecutive games played on a technicality? After some grandstanding by both sides and some legal wrangling, replacement players were ruled out for the 1995 season, and Cal made his fateful start on September 6, 1995. Ripken's accomplishment provided a rush of endorphins for everyone involved in the game, and it served to push his already hot cards to new levels. Among Ripken's rookie cards, the 1982 Donruss is a bit of a forgotten gem and could see some forward movement if Cal comes back to the limelight post-lockout. 1981 Topps traded Fernando Valenzuela, number 850, PSA 9, $228.51. Even during the strike that ripped the 1981 season in two, fans and collectors had plenty to discuss and hope for. Chief among the topics was the amazing performance that Dodgers left-hander Fernando Valenzuela was putting together. Indeed, you might argue that Fernando Mania was the key part of the elixir that helped hold the game together in the dead of that ruined summer, and helped make the split-season concept a bit more palatable. Collectors have loved Fernando's rookie cards from the very beginning, and this is the gem of the bunch. 1987 Donruss Mark McGwire, rated rookie, number 46, PSA 10, $67. Even in the wake of Ripken's 1995 heroics, it was clear that the game was lagging compared to pre-strike levels, and fans seemed to have lost some of their fever. And when the A's traded Mark McGwire to the Cardinals during the 1997 season, and when Big Mac ended up with a combined 58 home runs after hitting 52 in 1996, talk of Roger Maris in 61 heated up. And then, of course, McGwire and Sammy Sosa launched an assault on that single-season record in 1998 and dragged the whole world along for their ride. The rookie cards of both sluggers rocketed to the top of the hobby and stayed in the stratosphere for several years, until PED scandal set in. Still, with Big Papi making the Hall of Fame cut this year, and baseball soon to be in search of another hero to save it from the strained labor strife, don't be surprised if both of these gents and their cards get some play over the next year or so. 1990 Leaf Sammy Sosa, number 220, PSA 10, $74.78. Pretty much ditto for Sosa, although he's even less likely to see the inside of Cooperstown as anything, but a paying customer than Big Mac is. Still, Sosa retired as the only man to club 60-plus home runs in 3 different seasons, and with 500-plus home runs to his name. Sammy also has legions of fans and collectors in his corner, despite all the unsavory business that went down in the 2000s and beyond. And his 1990 Leaf is a hobby classic, capable of price gains just about any time. 1989 Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr., number 1, PSA 9, $203.50. Griffey was already a superstar heading into the 1994 strike, but he was putting up big homer numbers during that doomed summer, basically going blow for blow with young giant slugger Matt Williams, with both looking like they might make a run on Maris during a stretch run that never came to be. In the rubble of the strike, though, Jr. helped the Mariners into a breathtaking division title in 1995 and a heart-thumping run into the ALCS. That magical autumn push is often credited with saving baseball in Seattle, and it certainly helped cement Upper Deck's Griffey rookie card as an all-timer in the hobby. It remains among the most loved baseball cards of all time, and it's hard to see it ever losing value relative to the rest of the market. 1981 Donruss Wax Box, $160. Like Valenzuela himself, Fleer and Donruss gave collectors something to focus on during and after the 1981 strike. New and exotic baseball cards. Because after Fleer won a landmark antitrust lawsuit against Topps in 1980, both Fleer and Donruss hit the market with full-fledged sets in 1981. And while the Donruss issue is among the most cheaply made, error-riddled, hot-mess wads of cardboard the hobby has ever seen, it's still a big part of our history, and a reminder that there are always ways to enjoy the game even when there's no active game to enjoy. 1982 Fleer Wax Box, $243.50. Similarly, the 1982 Fleer set prove that not only had the game survived the strike and finished up their torn-up 1981 season, but that the new hobby players were here to stay. It didn't hurt matters when a certain youngster named Ripken turned in a sterling Rookie of the Year performance during 1982 that turned all 1982 wax packs into eternal hobby chase fodder. So, we cheated here and went pretty far into our $1,000 budget, landing at $1,058.29 fake spent. But I'll own that for now and chalk it up to some slow burn hope that we'll have a season soon, and that when we do, our Diamond Heroes will once again help us forget about the labor ugliness, at least for a little while. And will my picks pay off in the long run? I think they will, of course, though only time will tell. For now, all we can do is look back to last March and see how my picks fared over the last 12 months. Hitting or missing the gaps. So last March, we reached back a few weeks and leaned on some potential market gaps revealed in eBay listings to see if we could make some hay from them. So how did we do? Well, here are the numbers. 1996 Topps Fergie Jenkins, PSA 8. Bought 3/2021 for $431, sold 3/2022 for $450. Profit loss $19 plus 4.4%. 1974 O-Pee-Chee Thurman Munson, PSA 8. Bought 3/2021 for $228.50, sold 3/2022 for $240. Profit loss $11.50 plus 5%. 1981 Fleer Wax Box 38 packs. Bought 3/2021 for $135, sold 3/2022 for $200. Profit loss $65 plus 48%. 1988 Donruss Wax Case. Bought 3/2021 for $400, sold 3/2022 for $195. Profit loss minus $205, minus 51%. The price we'd have to pay now, sold, is culled from the PSA Auction Prices Realize tool, generally taking the most recent sale of any given card in any given condition as a barometer, and leaning on recent eBay sales in some cases. Well, I guess we did pretty good until that 1988 Donruss Wax Case. Newman. But overall, we lost $109.50 on our initial $1,194.50, or a loss of 9.2%. The lesson here? Well, maybe it's that if you're looking for a steady, consistent gains, stick to blue chip stuff. Rookie cards of Hall of Famers or potential Hall of Famers, historic unopened product. And if you have a wad of fake cash to not spend, it might not be the best idea you've ever had to drop 40% of it into junk wax that's already selling for more than it has been recently. Blah. WaxPackGods.com